Okay, I didn't do a video yesterday because I went to see a Sarah Harmer concert. It was really, really fun. The audience really was into it. But I got home really late. And today I've been so busy. Violin lesson, then class, then lab, then rehearsal, and now I'm finally back home. So I'm gonna do 2 entries today. September 11th, 1998 and September 14th, 1998. So first, September 11th. The next day we ate breakfast. We went to Canadian Tire, but they didn't have what we needed, so we went to eat. That doesn't really make sense. Then my mom and dad went to a business place to get their billing number. Next we went to look at some houses. Then we went back to our campsite. And September 14th, 1998, the next day we looked at more houses with our realtor. And I left a blank here. I guess I was supposed to put his name in. The first house we went to was one in Metchosin. That one was the one that I liked the most because it had a big property. The next one was still in Metchosin. It had a big property too, but I didn't like it as much. We went to some other houses. One of them was Spanish and one of them was Greek. When we looked at all of them, we went to our campsite to sleep, but we ate supper first. The next day we went to the Metchosin Fair. In the fair we went to the petting zoo. I petted all the animals. When the fair was almost finished, we went to the salmon barbecue and ate a lot. When I got back to our campsite, I was full. The next day we stayed at our campsite all day. My brother and I worked on the fort most of the time. And there's an asterisk, but I don't know where it goes. Last night was a terrible night. When I woke up in the middle of the night, I couldn't get to sleep when I got back in my sleeping bag. So we went to the first house we looked at to sleep. It was much better sleeping there. The next day my brother and I made a fort. Then we went down the steep stairs, then down the rope, then to the beach. We built a whole fort with driftwood and Mom and Dad made a tide pool. Then we went back. After supper we went to sleep. We ate breakfast, went down the ladder again, and made the tide pool bigger. Added sea anemones, it's like anemones, and some crabs. Then we went back up again. My dad went to the bank, then we went for a big walk. Wow, so this house in Metchosin, the one that I like the best, we actually did end up buying it. The Metchosin Fair is usually the second weekend of September, I guess, and it's called Metchosin Days. And I've been there almost every year. It's sort of like a farm fair. They have different booths and things, and people selling honey and vegetables, and they also have this barbecue supper at the end that you buy tickets for. And I think this was the only year that we ever went to that because there's always a huge lineup and One year we actually entered, they have like pie contests and cake contests and stuff, and one year they had a produce contest and we entered our blueberries, and I think we were the only people to enter. Maybe not. They were huge blueberries. When I was looking through the they have, tables set up with everyone's produce and stuff, and some lady was like, "Ooh, look at those blueberries. They look as big as apples." But, well, they were like, I don't know, this big. That's pretty big. And we won a blue ribbon. My brother and I used to make a lot of forts. We've got this one at the campsite and then another one out of driftwood. Those are so fun to make. And I've never liked sleeping in a sleeping bag. Well, like the first night you go camping in a sleeping bag, it's always like you never get a good night's sleep. But then after that you can kind of get used to it. What else? Oh, okay, it says, then we went down the steep stairs. Yeah, so our house is on a bluff, and there are now, I think, 200 steps to go down. There's like a nice set of stairs. But when we bought the place, there was this terrible set of stairs. It was rotten in places, and I think I probably broke a step at some point, and half of it you couldn't even get through there weren't stairs. There was just a rope. But somehow we managed to get down to the beach, down this cliff basically. And here, tide pools again. Vancouver Island is definitely known for its awesome tide pools. If you ever come here, go to Botanical Beach. Beautiful. Oh, and here I've got some illustrations. Here is a house, right? Yeah. And here's some dude. He's saying like hi or something. And he has a bunch of like fruit on his hat. Well, tomorrow we head out on our trip around the world. Finally!